Hi everyone, welcome to our program. Today we are really appreciate have an interview who is Consul General of the People's Republic of China in Calgary, Mrs. Lu Xu. Hi Mrs. Lu, I'm really appreciate you have a time, especially this moment. More cases of a COVID-19 infection were confirmed in Alberta. What is your comment on the situation in the region?
Hope those infected to recover quickly. Alberta has long been free from the cases of COVID-19, but the virus knows no boundaries. We are going to expect more cases confirmed in the coming weeks. It is very different to observe the evolving of the outbreak in distance from where you are placed in. However, there is still no need to be fearful. Perhaps what has happened in China in recent months told us that panic usually costs more. Actually, the disease is preventable, manageable, and treatable. Recently, I had a chance to talk with Minister of Health, Mr. Shang Zhuo, and Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Hing Shaw. I also paid a visit to the Li Ka-shing Institute of Virology at the University of Alberta. I have a full confidence in their expertise and the capability to fight against the outbreak. A friend in need is a friend indeed. We highly appreciate the soothe given by the Canadian government and the people to China and Chinese people when China was in hot water. Now it's our turn to help back. My office and I are willing to work with the local authorities concerned for updates, lessons, experiences, and technological applications. Besides, if the medical supplies are needed here, we are more than happy to arrange shipments from China, since most of the production lines have been resumed.
As we all know, China has made a positive achievements in tackling the outbreak. What experience do you think China can share with the international community, including Canada?
You know, when the world witnessed the sharp drop in the new confirmed cases in China and the rapid rise in the cases elsewhere, what the Chinese government implemented in the early months has been followed by some countries hit by the outbreak.
Speaking of experiences, people may immediately think about a Wuhan lockdown or restricted movement. How would you interpret this?
I couldn't agree more with Dr. Bruce Elwood that you are missing the point if you think in this way. He said the measures China has taken in Wuhan and across whole China are no more and no less than the approaches taken by other countries for infectious disease control, including identifying, tracing, and isolating. The only difference is that they have to take the massive and intensive population into consideration. In this case, China's speed has played a very crucial role in controlling the outbreak. Speed is a very important element to control the spread of the virus. In addition, I would like to use 3 T's to summarize other experiences. The first T refers to teamwork. It is not only on the municipal level, not only on the provincial level, but on the national level. In the face of the outbreak in Wuhan, 1.4 billion Chinese people have been united to respond under the President Xi Jinping's command. Highly coordinated, over 30,000 medical professionals from 29 provinces came to the quick rescue. Over 10,000 workers worked around the clock to set up the temporary hospitals of Huoshenshan and Leishenshan in about 10 days. The second T means transparency. Transparency keeps the spreading of the rumors at bay. To minimize public fear, the Chinese government put a real-time update system in place. The public has direct access to the statistics of the infected, the dead, and discharged. Furthermore, China rapidly shared the complete genome sequences and developed virus test kits. It is not exaggerated to say China was setting a new standard for outbreak control. The third T is technology. China quickly established a 5-pillar research framework. It's very, very professional, including drug selection, diagnostic technology, viral etiology, vaccine development, and animal model construction, and saw initial progress. Some robots were used to help medics as well as deliver groceries to the household. I believe the wheeler dealers will find a new money spinner after the end of the virus war. Dr. Aylward said, "There is no question that China's bold approach has changed the course of the epidemic." When he refers to people in Wuhan that the world is in your debt, the interpreter bursted into tears. I don't think Chinese people are expecting any repaying from the world. Instead, we do expect those who constantly attack China by making an issue of the virus to look into their hearts and feel sorry about it.
Does the outbreak have an impact on China's economy? What are your opinions about China's economic outlook for 2020 and the prospects on cooperation with your consular jurisdictions this year?
Really good question. Now many people are concerned about the impact of the outbreak on the world economy. However, we cannot predict the future without taking China into consideration. According to the IMF, the most likely pattern for China's economic growth, affected by the outbreak, of course, will be a tick shape. Namely, the economic activities would rebound rapidly after the decline, and the overall impact of the epidemic on China's economy is relatively manageable. I think the falling stroke of the tick is short-term, while the rising stroke is long-term. In the short term, industries like catering, entertainment, tourism, accommodations, and transportations are mostly hit. However, temporary supply chain disruption has minimal impact on medium and long-term orders. Supply capability will quickly catch up once routine production is restored. Currently, all industries are gradually back on track. By the end of February, China's top 500 manufacturers have restored their production at a rate of about 97%, and the resumption rates for industries like communications, electric power, and transportation are nearly 100%. So the outbreak brought about both challenges and opportunities to industries, I believe. In the medium and long run, traditional industries were more impacted, while innovative industries such as 5G, intelligent manufacturing, unmanned distribution, online shopping, and remote healthcare are showing the strong potential of growth. According to the e-commerce giant Jingdong, during the outbreak in the Chinese New Year, their sales have increased by 540%. It's a huge increase compared to the same period last year. The series of the measures by the Chinese government is playing a positive role. The IMF and other international institutions have all predicted that China's economy will be back to normal in the second quarter. Recently, I received letters from many local business people showing their confidence in China's economy and bilateral cooperations as well. Message reassured that we are resilient enough to convert challenges into chances and bring our collaboration to a new height.
What would you like to see to the Chinese here and the Chinese community in the face of the increasing number of the cases?
So the Chinese consulate is following closely the local situation of the outbreak of COVID-19. I encourage all members of Chinese citizens and the local Chinese communities to seek updates regularly from local governments and health authorities. Follow professional advice on infection prevention. Stay vigilant and rational. Do not buy or sell rumors. Currently, the local authorities are less likely to take the massive quarantine measures as China has. It means we have to take necessary measures at the individual level. To be mentally and physically prepared, we should not only know how to protect ourselves, but also try not to be the potential spreaders of the virus. It will probably take more efforts to get to this point. For example, avoiding going to massive gatherings, avoiding staying in enclosed space, or avoiding unnecessary long time traveling by plane or cruise ships. Report immediately when you have a symptom. In recent months, my fellow citizens and the local Chinese community have set great examples by restraining themselves to protect the public and mobilized via social media to deliver food and necessities to those in self-isolation. I encourage them to keep on doing so if necessary. So we strongly oppose any racism-driven comments or actions. No country is immune to such a global issue. The necessity to acquire the global scale response to the outbreak has once again echoed the concept of the shared future for mankind.
Thank you so much for your accepting our interview. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your watching. See you next time.